Yo, welcome back to Feel Free, the only podcast that'll tell you to chase your dreams and also call you out on all your freaking bullshit, myself included. If you haven't already, give us a like, share, follow on all those listening and social media platforms because we're pumping them out. I'm just kidding. It's been a couple weeks. Been pretty busy with the book. Things are finally in motion. Hopefully by the end of the month, that's going to be up. So keep an eye on my social media. I'll be doing posts for that. Got a special guest here today. I got my buddy Justin.
Hello. Welcome me.
So I actually named the title of the podcast Team Dai-Gurren.
Let's go. I got that drill in my leg.
That's what I'm saying.
Anyone that knows, props to you.
Gurren Lagann, right?
Props to you.
Pierce the heavens with your drill. So we're going to be here talking about opportunity in general, taking opportunities that may come our way in order to get a full experience out of life, and basically how to not be scared about getting your foot in the door with things like that. I felt like bringing Justin on because he's been one of the inspirations of people who make very drastic changes in their life. And, it's pretty crazy some of the things that you've ended up doing once you hit the mid-20s, Because in my opinion, some people that stay home, go to community college, just, party. Like when I moved back home also, it's easy to get stuck in that rut, right?
Absolutely. And a lot of those ones, they never leave.
Right.
They don't get to, they miss out on so many experiences, and the experience is what's going to teach you.
Right.
That's going to bring you those opportunities, not
dicking around in the same spot your
wasting
whole
all
life.
your time and money hanging out with your friends until you're 30 years old.
Right.
It's not the right move.
No,
promise you. It never will be. Especially how the world's going right now.
For sure. So the first thing I kind of wanted to talk about or ask you about was your initial change to enter the Army at the age of 24. Now, was this something that you had been thinking about your whole life? Was there leading up to it? What was a breaking point? Because you made a very big change by leaving the hometown and going to a traditional university for a year, right? And then after that, you made that change. You're like, you know what? I'm going to enter the Army.
Yeah, so we back up a little bit before, and I went to a traditional university in fall of 2016. Before that, I was doing the typical route, just regular jobs, make your money, go do all that dumb shit with all your friends. Great time. I'd highly recommend for everyone. I just didn't feel like I was playing it right. I had gone to an Air Force recruiter whenever I was 19. I was ready to sign the papers, but I just kind of shit the bed and I kind of chickened out, quite frankly.
Right.
I always knew there was a chance of me going to the military. My dad was in, my grandpa was in. I'm not super into the generational military stuff, but I do have pride in country. I don't regret any of it. And the right person, I would highly recommend to do it. But yeah, so back to the university. So I go there, and I got to take out student loans. I don't have the option of my parents can't just pay for it all for me.
Right.
So I got to take out student loans, and yeah, that is not I don't like that. They call that good debt. I do not believe that student loan debt is good debt. So what do I do? How do I change this? How can I go to university for free? Maybe not even right away, just at some point, right? So then I had that little lingering thing. Ooh, the military, right? You can do all these things. We'll give you all these benefits, right? So I was like, you know what? I get to travel. I get to live in foreign countries. I get to meet an insane amount of people, do some insane things. And there's a lot of good benefits. So yeah, I dropped out of college for the probably third time at that point and was like, yo mama, yo pops, I'm moving back home for 2 months. I'm enlisting. And yeah, it's 2 months after I dropped out, I was on the plane to South Carolina.
Right, to do your basic training and shit. That's a pretty big change though too.
Oh yeah.
My God.
Yeah.
So when you were on the plane flying to basic training, were you having doubts or were you excited?
Dude, no, you can't go into shit like that with doubts, man.
For sure.
You're going to be eating yourself alive.
Of course.
And it's a lot lighter than it used to be, I'm sure. That's what everyone says, but it's not the place, man. If you're going in and you're not even doing anything yet, don't run. Don't sign the papers if you have any doubt. You don't know what you're getting into, but you might think you do. It's really not that bad. But it's a lot worse than what you're going to prepare for.
Of course.
yeah, just you can prepare as much as you want, but there's still going to be shit that's going to get thrown at you, and you're going to be like, this is the dumbest thing that has ever happened in my life, and just rules, regulations, and people just aren't used to how strict life is. And
Right.
it just kicks a lot of people in the ass, and then the ones that can deal with the bullshit, those are the ones that will benefit the most from it.
Of course.
Your complete change of character, your outlook on life, everything.
Yeah, and I think the discipline's a huge thing too, because you went from modern university, like if you're not like even working a part-time job or whatever, say you got 4 classes, you're a full-time student, right? That's all you do is those 4 classes. You have 7 days out of the week to complete everything that's required of these 4 courses. The amount of discipline you need in order to do that is tough, in my opinion, because you can literally just say, fuck it, right? And just dick around the whole week, right?
I took out loans, bro. I can use the school just gave me $2,000 back for this semester. Let's go party.
As long as I get fucking C's, I'll be fine,
Yeah,
right?
dude.
But once you get in the mindset of not being disciplined at the right times, it like snowballs, right? And then you took that experience of like normal university, which the second time around, your grades were way better. You were a completely different,
100%.
completely different student.
Yeah,
It was
I cared.
It was probably because of the loans you took out. You're like, okay, now
Dude, there ain't no way, dude. You can't fail classes.
Yeah, right.
It's throwing money into a fire pit. Like it's insanity.
gone.
It's
Yeah.
insanity.
right. And then you go into this new situation where it's overly disciplined. It's actually required. Like you do not survive unless you are disciplined like that.
Oh yeah, man. They'll fuck you up if your hair is cut the wrong way. If you didn't shave that morning, they will literally look at you and you'll be running like miles.
That's
You'll be
fucked.
drenched in sweat for hours.
That's fucked.
miserable.
Jesus.
But hey, let me tell you, you're not going to do the same thing the next day.
that's true.
I promise you. Like me, I didn't even train very much before I went in. So my dumbass shows up there thinking, oh yeah, I can do 40 of my version of push-ups and like maybe 50 to 60 of my version of sit-ups and maybe run like 2 miles in a very slow pace. Oh, hell no. I do their push-ups and I'm doing maybe 10 like the first day I'm there. And I realized like this is not at all what I thought.
No.
And just as you're there longer, it just gets worse and worse. It does get easier.
Of course.
And then you just start seeing the people get weeded out. People start regretting their decisions really friggin' fast. And those are the ones that don't last. And those are the ones that are going to regret that shit for the rest of their life.
Yeah, but you made it through it, which is good.
Amen.
You also had this plan in mind of you took this opportunity because of the benefits you were going to get. You're like, I want to go to school for free. There's also a lot of other benefits that have to do with property tax, health insurance, all this other good stuff, right? So you knew if you just like grinded it out for a couple of years, you would pretty much be blessed for the rest of your life, right?
In theory. So depending on what blessed one means and what we're like going for.
Mostly
So
like blessed financially, I'd say.
it definitely will absolutely has a huge ease on my pockets for the rest of my life.
For sure.
And not everyone's that fortunate, but just stuff that I had to do in the Army allowed me to do that. So not everyone has like the same exact scenario, but all you have to do is 36 months active duty and you will get like the full GI Bill. And you can do 36 months of fully paid in-state tuition and rent money based off zip code. So it doesn't matter what school you go to, it's based off zip code. So you can make absurd money on rent amounts, and like you can live you can go to school in San Francisco with that zip code and you can live 2 hours away, only go to class on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but you pocket the same amount of money as if you're living downtown San Francisco.
That's nuts.
So now these guys are making $4,700 a month tax-free, but their rent for their 1-bedroom apartment that they live in an hour away, that they take the train into the city, only costs them $2,000. So now they can pocket that 27, and now they're sitting there. They can either buy something. The idea is do something right with that money. Don't do something stupid. Don't go out and spend it all.
Which a lot of people,
Absolutely.
a lot of people
because
do.
a lot of these guys go when they're 18, they get out, they get this extra cash flow, which is more. I make way more money than I did in the Army. And I'm not in the Army anymore.
Right.
It's absurd. It's a very strange concept, like going what you have to go through, and then you get out and you just feel like the benefit is more after than while you're in it.
Well, you did the term, you did the work, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of like the opportunity of going to college. Like, yeah, you go to school for 4 years, you get some degree, maybe you didn't like it, but whatever. Like, there's actual statistics that shows that people that go to college and get a degree make more money over their lifetime
certainly
than people
Absolutely.
who don't, right?
Yeah.
But you put in the work and you did it, right? So that's why, you get those benefits afterwards.
And hey, I'm grateful. I know there's going to be a lot of people that as soon as they find out I'm ex-military for the rest of my life, they won't be a big fan of me, but I don't care. It's not my problem.
Yeah, it's all about your it's all about your life, your opportunities you took it. Like anybody's
Absolutely.
opinion on the matter, like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Like people were very how do I put it? Mean towards me about, the decisions I took and opportunities to do drugs like I did.
Yeah.
Right? But I don't really give a fuck. Because it
Doesn't matter.
It made me who I am.
Exactly.
If
you got a problem with it, just leave me alone.
Exactly. And those people ended up leaving me alone, right?
Either that or they end up doing the same shit, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a circle. It's like, I don't know. Nobody's got time for haters, man. We're getting too old for that shit.
Yeah, I mean, once you start reaching your late 20s, early 30s, it's like once somebody has like an issue with you, it's just like I don't care anymore.
Yeah, I'm not going to see you if I don't need to.
And I can imagine like being like even in my 50s or 60s, you really don't give a fuck then. Oh my God, I can't wait for that.
I was just about to say, yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to that too.
For sure. So there was also a big change. So you moved home, right? Which is a very, in my opinion, humbling experience, right? Because it's almost like a reset's necessary. Now, you could have stayed in the situation you were, right? You could have just kept going to school because you were going to Kansas University?
No, I was in Wichita. I was going to Wichita State University.
Right. And, something just wasn't sitting right for you there. Now, you could have just stayed there because once you're in a place for a certain amount of time, it's comfortable, right? You know your surroundings, you know what you're doing, your routine. But if something's not working, you needed to shake things up. You needed to change, right? And you haven't moved home for like 4 years.
Oh, it's been way longer than 4 years.
Like
since I left to go to Western in like 16, fall of 16.
That's true. So like 6 years.
Other than that, I was home for 2 months before I shipped off.
Yeah.
And then So
this is the first time like you actually like moving back home.
Where I like took my crap and I had like intention to stay here for a little bit.
Right.
But I had a reason for that. I didn't just do it rationally because I was like bored there. Like I made a lot more money doing the same exact thing. And it's just logically it made more sense to me to come back here until I figure out what I actually wanted to do.
Right. And you've been in classes also. So you've been at community college. Yeah. Community college, also working like odd jobs here and there.
Yeah.
Just chilling, kind of getting like a new perspective on life. And as we've worked together the last couple of weeks doing the tuck shop thing, you've mentioned the whole like just getting a van and seeing the country, right?
Yeah.
Not a lot of people can do that. Like if you're going to just say like, oh, the Gen Z people or millennials are like being YouTubers and getting vans, like whatever. That's
life is so extravagant.
You see, that's
drop everything.
That's fake and
it's
plastic.
bullshit.
Yeah, it's bullshit, right? Like you had a different mindset. You're like, I just want to get this car and I just want to go.
So they're sitting there, they give you these amazing like pictures and all this stuff about their $100,000 van. Like, fuck that. I don't need that. I don't want that. I want like me, ideally one friend. I'm fine with a hammock and food. That's not what I'm worried about. It's the experience. I don't need to look flashy. Like going places, meeting new people, seeing new things is so beneficial. And sitting in places like suburbs, like you're not gonna get that. Like,
no.
And I mean, I like city life too, to an extent. But nature is so much better, and like,
oh yeah,
you just feel so free and like unlocked in the world whenever you're just out in the middle of nowhere and you're not relying on things that everyone relies on anymore.
Yeah, you're relying on a different set of things.
A different style of things. It's a lot more minimalist. It's just easier to deal with.
Yeah, that's why me and Lisa try and go camping as much as possible.
That is like the easiest way to do it. It's like great stress relief, and like there's nothing more amazing. Like depending where you are, find the right spot. Like,
of course. And I mean, like it's fairly easy in the Midwest to go to.
We're like Chicago land too, though. So if you're in like, I lived in like Kansas for a while. So depending what you're looking for, it can be a little harder. But Chicago, you got Wisconsin right north, Michigan. If you want to go to the UP, it's like 5 hours, or you can go to mainland in like what 2.5.
Yeah,
it's beautiful. We were very fortunate for that.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. But, you know, if you're living in Kansas stuff, you could drive. I used to drive to Colorado sometimes just because I was bored. And I was just like, oh, 7-hour drive. Cool. Let's do it.
That's a lot. Yeah.
I know. But like I
Yeah.
said, I bought a car with that in mind. So I know that would cost me like 1 gas tank to drive there and back.
Which is nice. Yeah.
Unbelievable. It was beautiful.
So the opportunity to like get the fuck out of the city life. I'm very critical of city life. You know, I go there when I have to. You know, I could never.
I am there too,
God,
my
I could
friend.
never live there, dude.
It's big city.
Well,
Like I could do smaller ones.
Yeah,
but
smaller ones are
holy
nice.
moly,
Yeah.
no way. I get super paranoid when I'm in Chicago.
Right. Well, you've grown up here. You moved here when you were
It was 2000, I believe.
2000.
Yeah,
so
it was like 8, I think.
22 years ago.
Yeah.
And so you technically grew up outside of one of the biggest cities in the world, you know, and as did I, right?
Mm-hmm.
And once you've gotten a taste of that, it's either you like it or you don't, right? And number one, I don't like how fucking expensive things are. Number two, I don't eat out a lot because I'm trying to save money,
Yeah.
right? Number three, I don't go to bars and party. Now, the one thing I do like is the entertainment. And while I kind of segue into this, I know it's been kind of like a discussion about you. So there's the opportunity this past week to go to a Bulls game, right? And it's during the week, all right? Like when you get to be older and you're an adult, you know, doing things during the week is a little difficult, right? Like most people are like, ooh, Thirsty Thursday is going to hit some bars, or like, ooh, going to go do this or that. Like, I'm sorry, but if you're not like drinking, like I'm sober, right? You know? So I don't really have any reason. All I do is like work out, go to work on my creative things, right?
Yeah.
So when someone hits me up to do something like during the middle of the week, I'm probably like, yeah, that's not going to fly, right? So my brother hits me up Tuesday and he goes, you want to go to a Bulls game tomorrow? And it's a Wednesday game, right? Normally I work late on Wednesdays, but I didn't this time. And I'm like, all right, well, what section are we in? Because if it's 300, I'm not going on a Wednesday to sit in the 300 section.
Ain't worth my time.
It's not, because the only reason I wanted to go to the game was because Zion was playing, right? And then he tells me that they're 100 level, right? And we're literally like 10 feet away. I was going
Yes, sir.
I was going to tell him no for 2 reasons. Number one, I felt bad that I couldn't pay for the tickets, but as the dope brother he is, he paid for him, right?
Amen.
And the second
You'll
reason
get
was,
him back.
yeah, I know, I got him. The second reason was because I was actually going to play basketball that day, and I've been trying to get back into the gym, you know, like that.
Who better to watch than Zion?
I'm saying, well, the professionals, really,
Fair
you know, because you
enough.
got DeMar DeRozan, on the
Amen.
Bulls, got
Let's
Zach
go.
LaVine, you know, you got all those guys. So it was a very surreal experience, and I'm glad I took that opportunity
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
do that. You had a rare opportunity this past week too, meeting a guitarist from one of our favorite bands growing up at a bar
Yeah.
in downtown
They're just-
Elmhurst.
So happened to be at the right place at the right time. And
Right.
yeah, a group we used to listen to, the guitarist for The Devil Wears Prada is just sitting in the bar like across from me. I just happen to know a guy that grew up with him, and it's just small things like that.
Was that yesterday?
Last night, yeah.
That was last night.
Yeah.
And I like how we were texting because we were talking about doing the podcast, right? And then we started talking about like, oh, what are we doing tonight, right? And we both said that we wanted to just get out, right? I've been staying in a little bit the last couple of weeks. I've just been busy, right?
Been the same way since I've been back.
Right. And then the opportunity arose. You're like, you know, I'm going to go meet some buddies at a bar, right? Like you could have easily stayed home, watched some shit, chilled out, right? But then you took the opportunity to just like, you know, I'm going to go out and, you know, you get to meet somebody like that. That's fucking crazy.
It's awesome. Awesome. I mean, it could have meant if I was more into it nowadays, that kind of stuff, it would have meant a lot more too.
Right.
But just like I used to literally worship these guys. So it's just I don't know. It's
I
kind of like
still listen to
surreal,
them a
you know?
lot.
Yeah.
I
Oh
do.
yeah.
I do
yeah.
for sure. Like they're on my workout.
I got my
playlist.
moments when I like throw back to that old kind of stuff. And,
Ooh.
oh, that's like the nostalgia train right there.
Yeah, I
Makes
live.
me want to cry.
Lisa says I live on nostalgia.
Who the hell doesn't?
I love it.
Come on. All
for
our
sure.
parents do. We all do.
Everybody does.
It's everyone does.
Like all my music, all my video games, I replay the same video games all day, you know?
And just the music catalog's always like that.
Fuck. That's good. I like how my cat just like commandeered your lap during this
I
podcast.
know. Trying to mark his territory or
Yeah,
something.
he's just chilling though. Yeah, dude.
At least he's calm.
He is calm. He's a very calm kitten. He's also sick, so that kind of helps.
Might help a little bit too.
Honestly, the last 2 weeks before he got sick, if we were doing this right now, he'd probably be annoying as fuck. He'd probably be running around like a little motherfucker.
Well,
Yeah. Now he's
thank you.
Yeah,
for
he's taking a snooze
not
now.
feeling the best right now.
Right. So we talked a little bit about traveling the country. We talked about going into the Army. What about this? You got hit up by this employer for a random job, right? Well,
Yeah.
It was a job you were almost excited about a year ago, but you're like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just
So
gonna,
I applied for it a year ago.
for sure.
But by the time he reached out to me, I had just moved to a different city. So I just told him like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Maybe in the future we'll see what happens. And 11 months go by. I ended up moving back here, and I'm just sitting there at the gym running one day, and this dude calls me and offers me the same job because the guy who took the job just got promoted. And I've been in this little nutshell where I'm like, I don't know what the hell I want to do, but I know I don't want to be here past the new year.
Right.
So it's just, I'm not a big Destiny guy, but I just felt like it'd be a really stupid fucking move if I didn't just say, yes, let's do it.
Yeah.
And then I just started researching more about the area and stuff. And now,
You actually went there last weekend, right?
yeah. I'd never been there before, and I don't want to commit to something that I've never seen,
So you're very like impulse driven, right?
100%.
So you say you don't believe in destiny, right? So you believe in like free will.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm not even going to get into the philosophical side of whatever. I actually had to take a course on that, and it's boring to me because I don't really like destiny, free will, whatever you're going to say. Like, I think everyone's just going to live regardless of whether they're living for destiny or free will.
Yeah.
Right. That's just my opinion, So, and I think that's interesting. We're not really going to talk too much about it because the whole addiction thing, I talk a lot about addiction on here, very impulse driven, obviously. Actually no impulse control whatsoever. So do you think that your addiction to some things correlated to you being very impulse driven?
100%.
Right. So after taking the time to turn your health around after high school, start doing more adult things, healthy things, and all that stuff, you were able to control your impulses in a positive way, right? So this...
In most cases.
In most cases, right? This opportunity comes around. I think honestly, it's weird because you're like, I got this notification at the gym that day, right? You called me later that day. You go, yeah, I'm literally driving there tomorrow to go check out the place, which is a ridiculously long drive, right? So you just said, fuck it, and went.
Yeah, but the thing is the start date. So if I would have found out by yesterday, I would have to start the 21st of this month.
Yeah.
And then since it wasn't yesterday, I can probably get it moved to the 28th of this month.
Of November.
Yeah. So in theory, like, I don't know if it's approved yet still.
Okay.
I should know by the end of the week. And if it is, I have until November 28th to move 7 hours west.
That's crazy.
It's easy though, because I don't buy shit that I can't move. You want to talk about addiction, dude? I'm like, I lust for like new environment, and like I need to meet new people because like my friends here, I've known them forever. They will be my friends forever. Like,
right.
I can come back here. I can't just fucking sit here and just, I don't know. Like I said, I lust for like new environment. It doesn't even need to be good because I tell people I lived in Kansas and now I might be moving to Nebraska, and they're like, oh my God, why would you want to live there? But the only people that say that are the ones that don't go there and they've never been there. They don't know anything about it.
They've never like moved to a different place to live.
It's not even necessarily that. It's just they just have all of these like eyes on shit that they think they know about, but they don't. I didn't know anything about Omaha, so what did I do? The next day I literally drove there and I stayed there for the night. I met these guys who I might be employed with, so I literally have all their phone numbers already. It's like that. I call that like a little bit of hustle and a little bit of crazy.
It is,
Yeah.
for sure. I mean, it's definitely like an uncomfortable situation for most people to do something like that.
But I envy that.
Yeah.
I like that. I got to do a little mini road trip. In like 4 days, I drove like 2,300 miles. It was pretty miserable, but like it was great at the same time.
I thought it was interesting that you said like just pack up my shit and leave. And if there's one person I know in my life who does not have a lot of shit. So like you lust for new experiences and environments. You do not lust for like material things.
Hell no.
Right? So
Not
you
at
can literally
all,
pack
dude.
everything into your car and just leave whenever the fuck you want.
For the last 7 years of my life, I have driven Volkswagen Golf of some type, whether they were GTIs, Rabbits, or now I have a TDI. I have never not been able to fit everything I own into it.
That's crazy.
And I will, until I know for a fact where I am settled, my idea is to ideally keep it that way.
That's insane.
Which, little hard with the girlfriend. Let's put it that way.
Right. I mean, once you figure out where you want to set up camp for a short amount of time, like we've already been talking about, like buying houses and whatnot.
Yeah.
You'll obviously like get more stuff at that point.
Of course.
It's not just going to be a fucking mattress and a desk in a 4-bedroom house, like
Hopefully.
with the TV on the floor, like some
Hopefully.
ratchet ass shit.
Then you got the little man cave that has everything.
Right. Well, I mean, that's kind of what this is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, so I have a lot of shit, so I couldn't do that. I mean, there was that time where I moved 4 times in 1 year in 2017, where I just made multiple trips with my Chevy Cavalier in between places I was moving, the storage unit, and back. Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, I've done some, excuse me, I've done stuff like that kind of too. But I mean, I also think that you were talking about like the addiction thing earlier. I think the military kind of did this to me too, though, because I literally, in a span of, I was active duty for March 18 until December 22. And I probably had to pack all my shit and move like at least 15 times, at least. That's not even counting like when I was overseas. Like I would move places for 3 weeks. I'd have to pack all my shit that I'd move an hour south for 2 weeks, and just you keep moving.
So
you never
just
stop.
So each time it just got to the point where you slowly got rid of things to make your move more easy.
Literally,
right?
Yeah. I just kept necessities, and then like I went from a desktop and like 3 monitors to a laptop and 1 monitor.
Right.
And like so I can leave the monitor, but I can take that laptop anywhere I need to go.
And then a bin of clothes, right?
Yeah. Well, obviously you need some of those, but that's not the most important thing. Arguably, depends who you talk to. It's not for me.
Right. Lisa thought it is crazy that I live out of the smaller closet. I've had the same clothes since I grew to this height at like 17 or 18.
Oh yeah,
Right.
dude. I've dropped so much weight like in the last month. I don't have pants that fit me right now, but I know I'm gonna keep dropping weight, and then I want to bulk a little bit. So like, I'm not gonna go buy new pants. I'm just gonna tighten my belt a little bit more for now.
Right.
But, yeah, it's just clothes. Like
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I actually lost a little weight ever since I started smoking the cigars because I gave up my my ice cream addiction. Which, like, I say ice cream addiction, like, I would literally go to an ice cream shop maybe once a week, right? That was, like, my ice cream addiction.
oh god,
And I used to talk about
how
all...
could you?
How could I, right? So, yeah, I actually lost a little weight because of the smoking thing. So, but all my pants still fit, So it's like... And I hate clothes shopping, so I just I refuse.
Miserable.
I hate it.
Miserable.
Like if I could just buy a 5-pack of like white
With
tees,
and a couple sweatpants.
yeah,
good to go.
That's it.
Good to
man.
go.
Because like I have the suits whenever I need them.
Absolutely.
Right?
If you need to look nice, we can look nice, but ain't nobody got time for that all the time. Like, come on now.
Fuck that.
Come on.
So tonight me and Lisa and I, sorry, I've been like doing that more often, correcting my grammar like a fucking nut job. We're actually going to a play down in the city.
What are you saying?
My Aunt Techie
Okay.
is she produces or writes, acts in.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
Talent Tales Theater. It's a theater, and she puts on shows with disabled people.
Okay.
Right. And some of the actors are kids with special needs who are the actors, right? And they have mentors, and it's a whole thing. She's been doing it for like 20 plus years. Yeah, and she writes all the plays and she acts in them.
Very cool. Have you been to one before?
Yeah, I've been to them before. I haven't been in a while because also like moving to and from Michigan in the last like decade, right? I would just miss them. And my dad telling me like the night it's happening, because my dad's he's an awful planner, right? So he did this last weekend. Luckily, the show is 2 weekends in a row. He goes, "Hey, who's coming to the play with me tonight?" I'm like, "Motherfucker, why didn't you like tell us a little earlier?" Well, he goes, "Well, you get the emails. You're on the newsletter, right?" I'm like, no.
That's on my spam email, Daddy.
Yeah. It's just
our
like
generation does that kind of shit.
Yeah, right. I hate newsletters and shit. It's fucking up my inbox.
I love Eddie.
I know. He's such a wild man. We're actually working a fashion show tomorrow, too.
Where's that one at?
Naperville.
Gonna have some money flowing through there, my friends.
I know.
Get all dressed up and snazzy.
I know, but it's a Sunday. There's a list of things I'd rather do, but got to pay them student loans, you know what I'm saying?
Gotta be a good American.
For sure. So we're going to this play tonight, though. We actually got to leave at like 6. So I'm excited about that.
You said it's in Chicago?
Yeah, it's in downtown Chicago.
It's in downtown. Very cool. Very cool. You guys gonna get dinner or anything too?
So she's actually babysitting right now.
Okay.
She's gonna get home. I actually have to get her at 4:30, and probably got to shower and get ready and stuff. I'm gonna dress up.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna look fresh as fuck.
Oh yeah.
I don't think we're gonna cook. I might just go pick up some tacos around the corner.
Yeah.
Make this
something simple.
Yeah. Right. Well, I mean that place is fucking gas.
There you go.
Oh my God, it's so good.
That's all you need.
Right. So looking forward to that. That's kind of cool. I had an opportunity arise this week that I wanted to talk about that I'm not taking.
Okay.
Right. So
Am I allowed to question it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I'll actually explain why I didn't. Right.
Okay.
So we've been talking a lot about these opportunities coming, and then taking them, doing them, right, experiencing life. I think it's nice having opportunities that you learn to say no to, just in case you get in a bad situation. Because one of the problems I had with being an addict and the impulse control is I'm literally jumping into everything with 2 feet all the time, right? And it actually, came back to bite me in the ass.
Always will.
Right. And in the business side of things, right? So with this publishing of the book, I just got my copyright this past week. It got approved. It's on the government website. So you can go on the website and search copyrights, right? So my shit's up there.
Love it.
And it's got my information and whatever. So it's approved. I got a call Monday from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I was playing ping pong with Joey, though, so I thought it was a telemarketer. So I was like, fuck that. They leave me a message, and it's a publishing company. They're like, hey, we just saw your book go up on the copyright website. We really liked the title. Wanted to give you a call and see if you wanted to work with us or something, right? And that's exciting.
Absolutely.
That's very exciting.
Yeah.
On paper.
Sounds insane. Yeah.
Right. I've actually done a lot of research the last 6 months on this whole venture I've been on.
How it works.
And for a book of this nature, it's a niche, right?
For sure.
So getting a traditional publishing contract was probably out of the question for me, right? Because it's so niche. It's not a step-by-step self-help book, right? It's more philosophical. So I just assumed I'm going to be self-publishing. I actually sent it out to a couple other, they're called hybrid publishers and vanity publishers. And these are companies that don't take the rights of your book like a traditional publishing route, but they help you with all the steps getting it published. So the editing, the designing, the marketing, promotion, all that stuff, right? And that sounds like a good idea, right? Costs a lot of fucking money.
Of course.
A lot. So I did some snooping and I looked at this publisher. They're actually the oldest publisher in the nation, technically.
Okay.
But they're a vanity publisher. So all of their services they would be offering to me would be thousands of dollars.
So do you have to pay a raw amount for something to get done, or do they also take portions of your sales and stuff like that?
No sales. Has to be paid up front.
It's just a raw amount.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's just out of the question for me.
Yeah.
I was toying with the idea though, because I'm listen, the book's edited, it's designed, it's literally just ready to go up. If I was going to use any of the tools they were offering me, it would be the marketing and promotion side of things.
For sure.
Right. But then I'm okay, well, what if they hit me with a $5,000 bill? I can't fucking.
And that's just for one. That's just the marketing angle.
Yeah, which is still a pretty big thing.
Oh,
right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
If I were to take out a small business loan, that's what I would throw it towards.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
But I feel it's almost I don't trust them. I don't trust now that I've been getting a little, it took me a while to trust somebody with my music to mix and master it, right?
Of course.
Because you have this vision, right? And I like getting into this field of like business. It's like, dude, I don't want to sign something to fuck me up, fuck me over, whatever. I don't want to drop $5,000 and these people not market it the right way. Like that's $5,000.
So like these industries too.
Right.
It's like renowned for this kind of stuff.
I'm very skeptical of every single industry there is.
Should be.
Right?
Absolutely.
So it was nice getting that phone call. It actually like boosted my
100%.
boosted my ego a little bit because I've been a little down in the dumps lately. This thing's stressing me the fuck out. But at the same time, after I like took a step back and like realized, I'm like, listen, the book's going up at the end of the month. I'm just gonna do my own thing.
Yeah.
You know, if they keep like contacting me, like it's whatever, you know. But I probably wasn't gonna call them back.
Fair enough.
You know, it's
Fair
like,
enough.
You know, got to learn to say no to some shit like
yeah,
that.
absolutely. And then just hopefully something comes
You see,
your way as well.
See, I'm thinking of like hopefully getting a more traditional publishing
I was gonna
contract
say, is that the goal?
for the next book.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the next book is going to be like an actual step-by-step self-help book. So it's definitely going to be more available to a wider range of people in a market, right?
Would you record the audio
Like
for the audiobook?
I can. That's
Okay.
what this is used for.
Yeah. I figured.
I can I can actually do that here. So I can actually record the book through Audible,
Yeah.
which I can actually do for the one that's coming out also.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
But the next book I'd be coming out with would definitely be more of a traditional route. So once this one gets in the door and I can like push it a little bit, you know, get another year of the podcast underneath me, maybe somebody will notice and be like, hey, we want to give you a contract for your next book.
Yeah.
That's the goal, right? Although they will own the rights to the book, a traditional publishing company always owns the rights to the book. You get a less share of the profit,
Yeah.
but the tools that they give you at a traditional publishing company, like say I were to get contacted by like Penguin Publishing, huge, right? The marketing and advertising and the design and all that shit would be just like top tier. So I don't really care if they were to take like 90% of my profits.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, because that promo alone is just
Like,
worth so much money.
Exactly.
But
Like
then do you pay raw amounts up front for those kind of deals?
not usually, no.
That's usually just
Yeah.
per sale usually.
Right.
Okay.
I think they'll actually give you like a stipend to like write it too up front.
Oh, okay.
Right.
That's super nice.
Right. But they got to like your shit. So
That's the kicker.
that is the
Yeah.
kicker. Which I think they'll like the second one because it's,
Is that in the works already?
yeah, I got like 40 pages typed. I got to revamp the outline a little bit. I told myself I was getting way too ahead of myself and trying to work on both books at the fucking same time and the podcast and everything.
That sounds like a headache.
It was a headache.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So I like told myself, I'm like, listen, at the start of the new year, I'll start on the new book.
Yeah,
You know, I'm
there
not
you
just not going to try and
New
overwhelm.
year, new book. Like the
That's-
sound of that.
Yeah. And then, yeah, I mean, you know, keep this ball rolling a little bit. Hopefully those opportunities come my way. I know I got to start like doing a little better job at advertising the podcast. It's just so boring to me, you know?
Oh yeah, I'm not a social media guy at all.
I hate it.
And like that's
What?
how it all gets promoted.
Right.
you
But that's
know, and,
everything.
like-
Every industry.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
everything is like that
selling
now.
books,
Wow.
podcasts, music, anything like
Yeah,
that.
you don't want to pay someone to do all that for you right now, you know?
So I have Isabel, Catherine's friend, help a little bit.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
She helps with a couple posts here and there.
Do you pay her?
Yeah.
A favor.
Yeah.
Okay.
I pay her.
Okay.
So she helps a little bit here and there. It's not a lot, obviously, but it's just enough to like give me peace of mind that I'm not doing everything because I
Yeah.
completely loathe
Save
it.
you a little bit of time too.
Right, exactly. And she's got like, you know, more knowledge on it than I do.
That's the biggest part.
Right.
Yeah, and if you trust her, we're good to go.
That's what I'm looking for, right?
Yeah.
So I guess that was a little bit about the opportunities I've been going through. And we talked a lot about your opportunities. I kind of want to take more opportunities in music. Been on my mind a lot lately.
I used to play, man, and that's one of those things I'd love to do too.
Right.
But I don't know. I just find so many reasons to not find time to like
Do
do
it.
that stuff anymore.
Right.
And some are good reasons, I'm not gonna lie, and other ones are not. I'm just being lazy. It's
True.
just more money and time and effort, quite frankly. And it's just sometimes it's just hard to fucking do it.
Yep. Like I haven't really been practicing the guitar like I should have.
Okay.
You know, probably the last month I really fell off with it. But then like we got the cat, and that was like a whole fucking experience.
Yeah.
You know, it still
Something
is.
comes in, something goes out.
Right. You know, just really want more opportunities in life. It's kind of hard doing it out here in the suburbs, and I know I got to get to the cities and do it, or spend a lot of time online to do it. Just a pain in the ass. I was actually thinking of maybe possibly hitting up different NA meetings again, maybe like meeting more people like that. Actually, like trying to push my book there.
I was going to say that, or they have to do events for like authors. Like
They do.
something along the lines where, I don't know if would you like rent booths at these? I'm kind of just going off of like shows that like we've done, or like these trade and barter shows and stuff like that.
Yeah, they probably do that and like book signings and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that, you know. I would need to probably hire like a publicist for that, or again, do everything myself.
Or do everything yourself.
Which is, you know,
Keep the most money, but you do all the work.
it's a pain.
For
right?
sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So it's nice knowing that you got to know where you want to start with the opportunity. I think like with you, you're just like, I'm going to go out into the world and the opportunities are just going to come to me and hit me. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Very fortunate these last 2 weeks, like life changing, literally opportunities.
Yeah.
Life changing. And yeah, we didn't even talk about that candy situation.
Yeah.
dude.
Right. Yeah. I forgot we didn't even talk about that.
Yeah, so back to like I have this job offer now in Omaha that I'm really hoping I get, right? I was working a trade show for the tuxedo shop that John's family owns, and I meet this guy who's in a booth next to me. And they operate a candy company out of Milwaukee they make most of their candy comes out of Peru, and most of their sales are out of the country.
Right.
And we were just sitting there talking a bunch because it wasn't that busy of a show. Takes my number down, and the next day he asks me if I would do a show tomorrow in Rosemont for him, just out of nowhere. So he said he's going to pay me, and I'm like, why would I not do that? He's going to pay me. I can learn. I can meet new people from foreign countries. I know nothing about selling candy. I don't care. Like, that's not the point to me.
Right.
I don't care. Like, I might be able to learn that pretty quick. I have no idea what I'm talking about, but it's candy. Like, either they want it or they don't want it.
I mean, he obviously like hit you up though because of the way you're able to just talk, shoot the shit,
100%,
charisma. You know,
yeah.
you don't even need to know what you're selling as long as you can like keep the customer around long enough to like you enough.
Yep.
They'll be like, yeah, I like that
Yep.
product now because I like the person talking about it.
Yeah, so then I tell this guy, hey, I might be moving to Omaha if I get this new job. And then to my surprise, he's like, whoa, like Berkshire Hathaway country, that's our second biggest like sales zone. So now I'm sitting here. So if I do well tomorrow, I can get this company to like me too. So on top of this other job that I'm getting, I could potentially be doing shows for this other random candy company where I've met this dude one time in my life, and I can get him to pay me to just go to like Kansas City for the weekend. That's awesome. Like,
Yeah.
a free hotel, and then I get to go out, spend time with friends. Like, I'm talking about opportunity. Like, that's, that's dream. Like, for me, that is a dream come true. You're going to pay for me to go to a city. I have to work a few hours for you, and then I could do whatever the hell I want. Like, yes.
It's totally worth
That
it.
is absolutely worth it.
Right. It's just that opportunity that arose. You're literally just shooting the shit with the guy who had a booth right next to us.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful that I did.
Yeah.
And trust me, I'm going to be doing the same thing tomorrow.
Did you get a suit out of it too? My dad hooked you up with a suit
Yes, not for that.
for the other.
But yeah, I had a wedding to go to, and I asked him if he could just buy one of the Bertolli ones.
Nice.
And then, yeah, he just comped it for me too. So it's like, oh no, I worked a bridal show. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I told him I worked a bridal show for him if he bought me a suit. And that's a hell of a deal, let me tell you, okay? Even though I know how much they pay for them, still, it's
Yeah, it's still worth
it's a
it.
great deal. Great deal.
Yeah, I'm gonna be wearing the burgundy one tonight.
Is that Bertolli? What brand is that?
I think it's Enzo or Mantoni.
Is it Enzo?
I think it's Enzo.
Whew.
It's fresh.
Yeah, no, yeah, those Enzo ones are.
Ooh,
Those are like I think the most expensive ones they're selling.
they are. Yeah. Jeez, Morty. So what else you got going today other than just chilling?
I mean, I got to go do a little bit of research about that candy. I need to know
right.
basic stuff, right? And then I'll do a little bit of things to. All those people are from foreign countries, so I'll just do little simple notes that. Even if you just say hello in their language, it might just completely like deter the way that they think about you.
So you said one of the guys is from Fiji,
Yes.
right? So, what time is this happening at?
It's in Rosemont at a hotel. I believe it starts at 9.
Oh, so it's morning.
It's yeah.
Okay.
and it's like speed date style. So I have a 20-minute block with each of these investors that I have to like pitch to these people, and then they move on to the next table.
So what are you going to say to the Japanese guy? Like, hello.
Oh God. I wrote these on cards. Is that
Okay.
konnichiwa?
Konnichiwa is afternoon,
Okay.
or so that's like middle of the day, afternoon. Konbanwa is evening.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay.
Morning is ohayo.
Okay.
You could say ohayo and then gozaimasu or gozaimasu.
Gozaimasu.
Gozaimasu is when you're telling someone who's older than you or more like higher up than you. You say it to like a teacher or your boss or something. So if you were to just say ohayo to this guy, that means you're like talking to him like we are equals, right? If you say ohayo gozaimasu, that means like it's a sign of
But
endearment.
like respect on the name, kind
it's
of.
respect,
Yeah.
especially if he's older.
The elder
'cause,
generation.
yeah, they love that shit in Japan.
Oh, for sure.
You know?
For sure.
And then you can say sayonara
Yeah.
because that's technically, there's jane. Jane is like goodbye to like a friend, way more informal.
Okay.
And then actually sayonara is actually a goodbye, like we're not going to see each other again. Like, bye.
So stay away. I'm pretty sure that's the one I wrote on the card too. I'm not even gonna lie.
I mean, you might not see him again though.
That, and I mean, he's probably just like, oh, this kid has no idea what he's talking about.
Right?
So
Or if you say Jane, he'll be like,
at least he's trying.
Yeah, at least he's trying,
you know,
right? But it's
right?
all, he could be just like,
Yeah.
I'm not that.
I don't remember if there's one from Japan, but no, this like excited me just because if I can get any of these dudes to like me, not only will the company want, the chances of them keeping me around to just do other random shows around the country for them,
Right.
but if they really like me, there's a chance that they would want me to fly to some of these countries to deal with these people. Because like most people, if you're dealing with sales, like you'd rather deal with the person you met. You don't want to just meet like if
A
I sell
new
this
guy.
guy stuff,
Right.
yeah, they don't want to just deal with some random dude they've never met before.
True.
So the idea, hopefully, I'll be able to. I'm not expecting that. I'm trying to keep the standards extremely low, so I can't be disappointed.
Right.
Worst case scenario, I'll learn a lot, meet a lot of new people, and I haven't done a show like this before. So in the future, if it pops up again, I'll be like, yeah,
Hell yeah. I mean, once you start doing it a couple times, you get a little better at it.
yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah, I'm dressing up tomorrow nights too.
Hey, there you
gotta
go.
look fresh, even if it's candy. Might be kids' candy, might be like gummy, fucking alligators, but you can still wear a suit.
So they sent you like different videos to like watch.
Yeah,
Right, to
just
get you
like
ready for
what do you call it? Like the company motto, what they believe in, that kind of stuff, and then just a base overview of most of the products.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's cool though.
it's interesting because I was next to the booth, but I didn't try any of. I've never had these candies, any of them.
Do you know the company?
Yeah,
What's it called?
Kids Confections.
Kids Confections.
Yeah.
Never fucking
It's
heard of it.
it's in Milwaukee. I haven't been there. I have no reason to go there because they would ship everything to me,
Right.
which is the best part.
Okay.
So-
Yeah, I've never heard of this candy before.
No. That's what I'm saying. Like 80% of it's made in Peru.
Okay.
Yeah, and most of their buyers the whole point of doing all these shows here now is because they want to sell more in the States. Most of the guys they sell to are all overseas. It's like niche candy. It's like weird stuff. They have like a Jolly Breaker that is like this big.
That's big.
It's
Okay.
It's just weird random stuff.
Okay.
Or like bananas, like banana flavored gummies and stuff like that.
Yeah. Those are my least favorite.
But it doesn't look American,
Okay.
which is like the good selling point, I feel.
So it looks foreign.
Yeah,
Right, okay.
like the packaging and everything, like it's different. It's different.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, like they have fucking enough sales to just.
Yeah, and the two people that I was with at that meeting right now are in LA at like a huge entrepreneur convention. Like they travel all the time, like around the world, man. Like this guy, since I saw him 2 months ago, he's like done shows in 3 different countries and like I don't know how many cities in the States, but he just sends me pictures of, oh, hey, this is where we're having lunch today. And he's just chilling in Greece selling fucking gummy alligators, dude. As corny as that sounds, bro, sign me up.
I mean, that's
dude.
kind of like the dream, though.
Sign
you know?
me up. You can keep things as simple as like kids candy friendly, and you can make good money and travel the world doing it. Sign me up.
Yeah,
please.
it sounds like the fucking dream.
Sign me up.
Honestly.
But that's all if everything 100% works out. So it's
Right.
worst case scenario, still an opportunity, still learn some things, and the potential could be endless, literally.
Yeah, you got to take that shit
Yeah, I know.
for sure.
Like I said, even if it goes rough, at least I tried.
Right. I was actually going to inform you of another opportunity, but you're not gonna be here for it. So in January, we're probably gonna go skiing.
Yeah.
Yeah, up at the cottage.
Did they in Iron Mountain?
Yeah.
Are they opening that this year?
No, so that one's closed down. We were
Okay.
just gonna go up there one weekend, MLK Junior weekend,
Okay.
and we were gonna. There's a mountain 40 minutes away from the cottage.
In Michigan still?
Yeah,
Okay, so
And-
further in.
yeah. So we were gonna go up there for that.
Woo.
I know,
That'd be
right?
mad fun.
I know. So I'm trying to get some people
Nice.
together for that. Trying to plan it.
Yeah, I
I
wish.
think your brother would be down. Obviously.
That's if he's back yet, too, though, depending on when in January.
Oh yeah,
Because he's about to go overseas for at least like a month, I think.
that's crazy. So he's hitting Germany and India, right?
Other way around.
India,
So
then
India
Germany
first,
Okay.
yeah, and then he'll fly to Germany.
You were originally gonna go to Germany with him, right? You're gonna try.
Well, so I would have liked to, and then I don't know. With this new job opportunity, it's not
Yeah.
going to be as easy. So ideally, when I'm there for 6 months, either I'd go like next summer, or if perfect works out, if I could use PTO to go there for Oktoberfest next year.
That'd be
I've
dank.
never been able to go there since I was that age, and just spending that time with my family over there
right.
at this age where we could all go out, have a good time, put on the traditional clothes and stuff. It'd be absolute riot.
Would you brush up on your German next year then?
For sure.
Yeah.
So, especially if I'm not in college anymore. So I'm not doing that if I get this job next
Okay.
semester. So I'm going to have other time to fill. So I've been filling a lot of my mind with finance related stuff for like the last 6 months.
Right.
So I'm worried about how the economy is and where the world's going to be in the next couple of years.
Uh huh.
If I throw the college out, that buys me a lot more time to do something. So then ideally that would be, we talked about music earlier. So
Mhm.
either start learning a little bit more about that, or ideally, get better at German so it's easier to communicate with my family members that don't speak English very well.
Right.
Which is the big kicker too, because then it kind of sucks. Because if two of my cousins or like my mom are not around, it's incredibly hard for me to communicate with my grandparents because we have to use like Google Translate
Okay.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It works. It's a lot easier than it was 15 years ago.
For
a lot
sure.
better, but it's still not convenient.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot better if I could have a conversation with her. Let's put
And
it
I
that
mean,
way.
the nice thing is too, like you have a lot more resources too. Like even if you were to brush up on your German a little bit, even if you were to move to Nebraska, you could literally call your mom and be like, "Hey, can we have like a little conversation?"
Oh
on the
yeah,
phone?" Yeah.
Or,
Like you could literally
the
use that.
websites like Josh
Right.
and Makoto.
Right.
His roommate, they
yeah.
literally met on like a website because Josh was trying to learn some basic Japanese.
Yeah,
and
it's
they ended
Hello
up living
Talk.
together.
Yeah.
Like,
That's-
that's crazy. Dude.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
awesome. And now Makoto has an amazing life story. That man has lived in so many different countries.
Yeah.
Like it's insane.
He speaks a lot of different languages
it's,
too.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
All from an app. It was the Hello Talk app. My buddy Brandon also uses it because he speaks a couple languages.
Does he?
He speaks Mandarin,
There you go.
and he's learning Japanese. I think he was learning a little bit of German as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely like see the world, new people, learn languages and stuff like
Have
that.
to, dude.
Yeah,
You have to. Too many people here think America is all like amazing, and like they hear Mexico and they think they're gonna die if they go there. It's the dumbest shit ever.
it's my mom.
Literally. She told me that like a few weeks ago, and I'm like, Mary, like that is so not true. Like,
That's literally that's the news.
no,
It is
yes,
it is the news.
yes.
It's propaganda.
It's so wrong.
They literally the American media literally makes you terrified of everywhere that's not here.
Literally,
It's
or
so
unless they're like
dumb.
one of our favorite allies.
Right.
And it's insanity though. Like Mexico is beautiful.
We've gone and she's talking all this shit like we've gone there. Like we go there on the cruises, right? Granted, like we're on the nicer parts of places.
Yes, that's
right.
super touristy and
It is
stuff like that
it is-
too.
It is touristy. But even like we would go on like different excursions, right?
Yeah.
Like around the islands or around the countries and stuff. And like I said, she's just terrified of anything that's not like part of the Orthodox.
Chicagoland suburbs.
Yeah, that's it. But my mom, like, she camps like a motherfucker.
For sure.
Yeah,
Woman's
she-
a boss. She's
yeah,
a trooper.
She literally will take that. They're actually going to Tennessee next week,
Very fun.
right? So
very fun.
every opportunity she gets to take a Friday off of work and just fucking dip the fuck out.
That's what I'm saying. Yo,
that's
she
the
worked her ass off to get that fifth wheel. She damn better be doing that stuff.
She does
She
it all.
earned it, man.
She does it all
She earned
year.
it.
Yeah. But yeah, the conversation we were having, like, she likes America.
Yeah.
likes the United
And
States.
it's like, I respect that. I just think that that's a very poor like mindset to have.
it's small-minded.
Absolutely.
Right, like the next place, so we're actually going to St. Vincent at the end of March, early
I've
April.
not been there. That's gonna be a great time.
It's gonna be cool.
Peak summer too.
I know. Well,
Not peak summer, but
yeah,
it'll definitely be warm down there.
it'll be nice, yeah, and it'll be a good time. We're gonna be there for 8 days. We're gonna meet Lisa's dad's side of the family because they're from there.
Are you flying there? Or are you taking like a boat down there?
We're flying to Miami and then Miami to St. Vincent.
Via plane?
2 planes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're gonna do that. That's cool. The next trip I want out of the country, I want Japan, dude. I want it.
Can I counter that?
Okay.
So like, why not like Canada? You could
well,
literally drive there in 5 hours.
yeah, I mean I can.
And it is kind of similar to America, but Toronto.
See, I don't mind that, and I actually don't mind doing that if we're going to be going on like a nice camping trip up there.
I was going to say, imagine just
that.
keep going north, like through the UP, just go to Minnesota and keep going.
Right. I guess like me saying like the next time I go out of the country, like I'm not like strict on that. Like if I wanted to go to Canada for something like that, I'm saying like my next big trip to a country.
There's going to be a lot more planning involved to go overseas than like, I could shotgun and go to like Canada. Literally, I could leave here and I could just drive to Canada.
Yeah, and you'll be there today.
Fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like why I meant by that. I was like, you could just cross that off your list.
Yeah.
And you could say you've been there,
For sure. But
and there's plenty of shit to see up there. It's huge. Imagine just going to like the Northwest Territories and just exploring.
Yeah,
dude.
I would actually Northwest. I would like fly there for sure.
You probably have to in most places. Yeah. But it's just land that's untouched, dude. It's like the UP times like thousands.
Yeah, it's cold as fuck up there though. It's good.
Cold go in the
as fuck.
summer. Yeah, go in the summer for sure. Unless you're like a real trooper.
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to like Japan for the culture aspect. But you already know how I am about that.
Absolutely.
And
that's gonna be a big wake up too, man. There's so many. I'm assuming you'd go to Tokyo for part of it at least.
So
you have to, right?
So I've listened to a lot of people talk about their trips, and they say to either do like a whole trip in Tokyo or a whole trip outside of Japan.
Okay.
Like if I were to go there for like 2 weeks, right? I guess I could do 1 week in Tokyo, 1 week outside the city, right?
Yeah.
Tokyo's huge. It's the biggest city on the entire planet, square mile, right? Like it's huge. It's pretty much its own country. It's got 50 million people in it.
It's massive.
It's huge.
I lived in Seoul, Korea, and it makes Seoul, Korea, which please fact check me on this. I want to say there's like maybe 12 million.
Okay.
That is like nothing compared to Tokyo.
No.
Not even close. In Seoul, I was like mind blown when I was there, like how much is going on there. I can't even imagine.
Yeah, and it sucks you didn't really get to get like the full experience because of the
Oh yeah, I was there during
Yeah.
COVID, so I couldn't even fly. So typically, dude, I could go on an Air Force base in Korea and I could get like round trip tickets to people pay like $70 for round trip tickets to go to Vietnam for the weekend, dude. If you do on like a military charter. Imagine that, man. Like I knew guys that would on a 4-day weekend, they would fly to freaking Japan for like $100 US dollars.
Damn.
And like if you stay on military bases, you get discounts. And military has installations in Japan, including in Tokyo, and they have hotels on them.
That's badass.
Where I would be paying like in Korea, whenever we'd rent a hotel, it'd be $80 a night, and we were smack dab in the middle of Seoul.
Fuck. That's cool.
It's brilliant. You just got to know about it, and like, but you got to be military to use that stuff. That's the thing. So like, I could use that now, but like, you could not go over there and use that.
Well, Makoto said he's got like so many fucking houses over there that he told Josh he could just like use one of them.
Makoto's a crazy man.
Yeah.
That man, like I said, he's got a hell of a life story.
Yeah.
Hell of a life story.
Yeah, he's an interesting fella.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, dude, it's just got to get out, man. Doesn't even matter where it is. And you can only, the further you go, the more wild shit you'll see, you know, the weirder places you go. Like we were saying, Josh is going to India. That is crazy. Like that is amazing. And just imagine how many people in like a 1 mile radius of where we're sitting right now would be like, I would never go there.
Right.
Yeah, because all they see is like the shitty pictures of it.
Right.
I'm no expert, but I'm pretty sure I could show you some shitty pictures of every city in this place that would make nobody want to go there either.
I could show you some shitty pictures about the town you live in.
100%.
My God,
100%.
But they don't put
They
everything
don't
on the
care
news.
about that.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, America, this.
It's like I love America, but get the fuck out, dude. Like,
Right.
go do stuff.
The world's way bigger than
Trust
just
me.
America.
Yeah. Leave. Go experience something.
Yeah, it's all about taking those opportunities, man.
Opportunity will change your life.
I've met a lot of people that back down from opportunity.
Everyone does.
Everyone does.
Everyone knows those.
I know people that blatantly do it
They talk,
more.
talk, and
And
then it
then-
comes right in their face, and there's
Yeah.
always fucking excuses, dude.
Right.
Always excuses.
And I think that's actually like made me take more risks. Ever since I like got sober, obviously like I had to like pull back a little bit in terms of like experience and getting out there, because like when you're trying to like teach yourself how to like be in control of yourself again, like you can't just go throwing yourself in with 2 feet,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like I
yeah.
had to teach myself
Work
almost
it
how
up.
to be like a human again, right? But ever since like I got my footing with that, it's nice taking these opportunities, like starting the podcast, like
Yeah, absolutely.
doing a book,
Help some other people that are listening.
right? So I think it's important to like you got to just like do it a couple times. You got to get better at it. Like it's uncomfortable as hell, right? Like when I did like my talent show at Grand Valley, right? Like I literally danced in front of like 300 people with my fucking gloves on, right? And I was so fucking scared.
And then you finished, and what happened?
It was great.
Did they love it?
They love that
fucking
shit.
loved
They
it.
fucking
didn't
love
they?
that
That's
shit.
what I'm saying. And
Yeah.
then that tell me that, dude. You didn't tell me you didn't go home and you're sitting there all fucking wired up,
I was
like ready to do
jacked.
it again.
I was
Absolutely, dude. There's no better feeling.
And it was crazy.
The adrenaline is.
It was crazy because the 3 days leading up to that, and this was back when I was still like partying.
Yeah.
Right? The 3 days leading up to that, I refused to smoke, drink, or anything. I was like so like
Dedicated.
I was dedicated,
man.
but I was scared. I was like, I can't fuck this up.
Good.
Like I can't possibly do something that might like numb me, right? Like I'm
Yeah.
trying to like feel this. And dude, even the day leading up to it, I was gonna back out. I was doubting it. I'm like, this is stupid. Like, what if they don't like it? I'm just some fucking weird rave kid who's about to stand in front of a bunch of like normal people, not rave people, right? And I'm about to like dance in front of hundreds of people. And I fucking sent it. And it was one of the best experiences of my
I was gonna
life,
say if they don't like it, fuck them.
right?
You know. And
Man,
you go
they're-
home that night. It is what it is.
Exactly. But I did it, you
At
know?
least you did it, man.
Yeah.
At least you did it. You went out of your comfort zone, and if you wanted to do it again, it'd be a little easier.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, taking those steps out of the comfort zones, I think it's a lot easier to like we said a little bit earlier, like the opportunity comes to you because you constantly put yourself in new situations where it's going to happen, right? And then there's like I have a different style on opportunity because I plan things out a little bit more, right? Like I see opportunities and I decide what to get into.
And like
now.
how to go forward with it.
Right, because I'm a little more meticulous now that I've like, I've like fucked up a lot,
Okay.
right? So I'd like to get to a point where I'm at the point where you're at. And I think like with dropping more of the books and the podcasts and stuff, like if I'm going to different cities, book signings, meetings like that, I feel like it's going to open up a lot more than just me being a bookkeeper here.
And dude, like the passive income, like
That's what I'm looking for too.
keep doing the bookkeeping, like that can become the side hustle. That's fine. But like if you keep growing the freaking company, that passive fucking income will change your life
Right.
forever. Like nobody wants to work for someone. You're lying to yourself if you want to have a boss the rest of your life. Like
Right,
that is the
right.
way to go. You need fucking side hustles to get by.
You need like 6 or 7 passive incomes.
Like yes, and it's a great way to do it. And if you like doing it too, it's even better.
We just hired a new employee, actually.
At AWS?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it just started this week.
Outside of the family?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a little change from Mary,
right,
huh?
right.
How is he/she?
He's good. He's younger. He's like 16. He wanted to start bookkeeping.
16.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
He's-
Damn. What is
he-
that?
One of the
Did
guys.
you get certified for that at 16? Or is he not doing that kind of stuff?
So he actually took 2 QuickBooks courses this week.
What a boss.
Tuesday, Wednesday. He actually took them at the office
Did
with
he
us.
reach out to you guys?
his father has an office down the hall from us,
Okay.
and he actually asked us. He goes, "Hey, like my son Evan's like kind of interested in like bookkeeping. Is there any way like you guys can like give him a couple hours a week of work? Like he's homeschooled, right? And he's read like a book on accounting too, like just with his free time. Wants to start.
That is what literally every fucking person in high school should do.
Read a book on accounting?
Yes.
Oh my God, dude.
That's like that man is going to make such better financial decisions than all of his friends.
Honestly, like me and Lisa have talked, Lisa and I, sorry, have talked about this. I've talked about it with other people too. Like the fact that the educational system now doesn't educate people enough on financial decisions is crazy to me. And with the advent of like YouTube, you can get all this information all the time, but people don't know where to look and get the credible sources. I get it.
I'd also argue a lot of people just don't care enough.
Right. Well, people know like, hey, I'm going to have enough money to buy the things that give me pleasure, pay my bills.
And they're okay with that.
And they're okay with that, right? But granted, you're still working as hard as you were at 20 when you were at 50 or 60 because you don't have a nest egg. And you're like, why the fuck is life so miserable when I'm 50 or 60? Well, you didn't save shit, right?
Like you think you retire when you're 62 next year there, guy? Not
No,
so much.
not
Not
gonna
a
happen.
chance. Not a chance.
Especially for our generation because there ain't going to be no Social Security left.
Dude.
It's gone.
Dude. After
Done.
coming up, I'm like curious about all of our parents' 401ks if they're about to get destroyed here in the next couple of years too.
Say the 401s,
Yeah.
you think?
Side of the stock market, if the stock market crashes, it's going to be an absolute shit show like the late 90s was with all the pensions.
Really?
Oh yeah. If it crashes like a lot of people are assuming it's going to.
Fuck.
So, yeah, no, I'm for it, dude. I'm okay with it. I want it
I got
to
the
crash,
money
'cause
ready,
then,
right?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you buy
you
it.
throttle it in, and that's people build wealth off of it.
Yeah.
A lot of people are gonna struggle. It's just how you got to get yourself ready.
Yeah, I'm trying to save as much as possible.
Absolutely.
Obviously, you know,
You have to.
I actually just saved like 1,000 this past month,
Very good.
which was like,
That's no seriously. That's
That-
amazing.
right?
And that's what literally $250 a week. And did you sacrifice anything to save that?
no, I just picked up extra shifts.
Literally, that's even better. Yeah, you just started working more. That's fine.
Exactly.
You know, and you just use that time, got more cash, and that extra $1,000 is going to help you in some way, shape, or form.
Like I would have had a little more saved up over the summer and fall because I have been picking up the extra shifts at GQ,
Yeah.
but it's expensive to publish a book. And that's
I
where
don't know
that-
how much, but I could imagine that. Yeah.
Yeah, a couple thousand.
Is it?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, it was most, and also like the vacations, camping trips, whatever
Those do add up.
they do, right?
I mean, it's not like crazy, but it's still, you know, you're
it's
still buying
enough.
food and all that stuff. And if you're driving, fuel costs right now and all that stuff,
right.
yeah, it still adds up.
Yeah, so it does add up. But yeah, this month, yeah, $1,000 extra dollars.
So, dude, and it's cold right now. So like the outdoor activities are going to be dwindling, right? So like what better time?
To save money.
Yes, this is your opportunity to save more money and like brace yourself for the future.
I think it's crazy because you have that mindset and people are like, I'm going to order all of my food through Grubhub for the next 3
Bro,
months.
I will go on a 3-hour tangent about how stupid I think those
Isn't it?
buying from those companies are the most. It's absurd.
The only time I did that was when I was a raging alcoholic and I was just too lazy.
I literally, unless I've been drunk, I don't think I've ever ordered off of like one of those food apps.
Okay.
It's like who's got money to pay for delivery fees, and then you got to tip the dude unless you're an asshole.
Can you
know?
imagine spending all that money on food getting delivered to you?
I know guys that literally use DoorDash like religiously. Like they don't put food in their fucking refrigerator, and they do that DoorDash premium, and they literally order DoorDash like twice a day.
That's crazy.
It is insanity.
That's insane.
I get heated
And the worst part is
when I hear it,
it's all shit food.
and then they bitch about why they don't have any money.
And then they bitch about why they feel like shit from eating the shit that they're
Yes.
ordering with the money
And
that
I'm
they're
like,
wasting.
well, if you went and bought the shit and made it yourself, you'd save money, it'd taste better, and you'd feel a little better too.
They go, oh, I'm not cooking. Not doing it.
I'm like, all right, enjoy that fucking steak and shake 5 days a week, dumbass. Like, I don't know. It's dude. That
Dude, people are not
No.
going to be ordering that food once that recession like really hits.
bro, they're already feeling it too.
I know.
Everyone had so much money for the last 2 years during COVID, and now everyone's cars are getting repoed. and just it's insanity out there right now.
It is nuts.
Yeah, you gotta. That's why I started doing a shit ton of research on finance, because I don't want to be one of those guys that's getting fucked.
No.
Don't like the sound of that. So
No, I mean we're trying to save up money for a house, so it's like I don't want to take like half of everything I'm saving and putting it into the stock market right now before it crashes. Obviously,
I was gonna say, man, it's tied to the U.S. dollar. You gotta be
Right.
skeptical.
Yeah,
Gotta be skeptical.
that's why instead I put my money into Bitcoin this week.
Yo, bro.
I bought another.
Oh my God.
yeah.
What was it? 2 days ago when it dropped like 20%?
Yeah,
That
that's
was
when I
like the
bought it.
horniest I've been in like 2 years, dude. Oh, I was loving it.
For some bit.
Absolutely, man.
I bought
and
it.
then even I just shotgunned. It was only like $200 worth, but Solana.
Okay, is that another like crypto?
Yeah, dude, it pumped
Okay.
like 27%. It was sitting there. It's probably back down again, but like, so
Okay.
whatever. But I'm just saying it was just like the initial like, oh yeah, dude, those quick funds, and I'm not gonna sell it.
No.
It is what it is. But yeah,
Ye-
dude,
Yeah, I threw a couple hundred at the bit. Feels
it's,
good.
yeah, dude,
I mean,
3-4 years from now,
That's
I'm
what
hoping.
I'm at.
I'm hoping.
That's what we're
Yeah,
hoping.
man. The trend follows as it was. So
I mean, dude. Yeah, Joey was telling me, yeah, hopefully it gets back up to 60 again. I'm like, dude, it's gonna be way more than 60. I think.
I hope. Shit, that'd
I-
be super nice, dude.
I obviously feel like, oh, it's dropping now, like they're shutting down all those companies that were doing all that. Yeah, but the actual Bitcoin, not the companies like trying to like sell it.
You're talking about like FTX just went
Yeah,
under.
and all that shit. You know, like I'm not talking about
There's
those.
so many
companies.
markets that have like dropped like FTX though. That's why you just get people just are getting more and more skeptical. Like people are already super skeptical about like the crypto world,
Right.
and then shit like that happens, and it just adds more fuel to the fire.
I still think that the fact that you do not need a bank to regulate it, I think it's genius.
The reason why I like it is because it's not tied to the U.S. dollar.
That's the second reason.
Like literally, like precious metals.
Dude, my buddies
Like-
were trying to tell me that that's a bad thing. I'm like, so you think it's a good thing if Bitcoin was controlled by the Federal Reserve? And they go, yeah, what's the problem with that?
That
I'm
is
like,
that is absurd.
That is the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, dude, my heart just started going like 15
Like
per minute faster. No way, dude.
I
The whole point of that was so the Federal Reserve could fuck off.
right. And because the peer-to-peer transactions are just like, you don't need a bank for these. Like you can literally
It's like beautiful.
that's
Like,
what I'm
it's
saying.
Amazing.
And they're going, yeah, you got to get out of that. They were literally telling me, yeah, you got to get away from that. I'm like, no.
I mean, I respect it if you don't want it.
I
But
get it,
like
but
trying
don't
to
tell
tell me the
me-
Federal Reserve is like, no, I would never. Like, no, the US dollar isn't tied to shit anymore, man. We haven't been since 1969.
I know, and they're trying to like tell me, ooh, like the fact that they just like said the Federal Reserve, like a good thing about it. They're basically saying they trust it. I don't.
And that's
Wrong.
no, those are the people that you're like, okay, I can't. No, dude, no way. No way. I'd like to have a conversation with them though, because no, dude, the Federal Reserve is like at like no way, no fucking way, man.
Right.
I'd have almost nothing nice to say about that at all.
And to say that I had to get out of it. Now, here's the thing. It's not like I take every dollar, every ounce of what I have, and it's all Bitcoin.
It's what
right?
you can lose.
Yeah, but I put in like very small amounts here and there, right? It's not like I've bet my entire life on this shit working. It's that it's a very interesting concept to me, and if this does work out the way that I believe it's going to,
And historically,
right?
It
then
has.
I think it's a good move, right? Now to tell me I need to like pull everything out and get away from it, it's like I'm not doing that.
did you ask them what like they would put it into? Are they going to tell you like fucking mutual funds?
No, because it was like literally a couple minute conversation, and it was almost like we were at like a party, right? So
Okay.
like people are like drinking, like there's a bunch of conversations going on. So I'm like, I'm not gonna.
One dude brings it up, you give your opinion. They're like, "Oh no, dude, this is mine," and it's just like, oh, "Okay."
Yeah, I'm
awkward.
like, I can't, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the volatility. I like the skeptical part of it. I
Right.
like how it goes up and down. It freaks me out, but that's like,
It freaks me out.
dude, you can make more money that way. It's like the international stock market. It's way more risky than like mutual funds. If you want to do Dave Ramsey and just buy in cash all the time and just use mutual funds and just keep putting into those for your whole life, you're gonna be okay, right?
Yeah.
But if you want to make real fucking money, average earnings like can be significantly higher if you put it on riskier stuff.
Of course.
And Bitcoin is 100% one of those things.
One of the riskier things.
And like, just think about how many like 18-year-olds are walking around with millions of dollars now because they were smart enough to start mining or something, even if they had half a Bitcoin when they were fucking 10 years old. And now, like, how many millionaires are made off of like cryptocurrency that are just laughing and they just sit there like, you can talk all the shit you want, man, but enjoy your mutual funds. I'm going to enjoy
whatever I'm doing.
Yeah, like for real.
Yeah.
We can see who ends up better. Like, I don't,
And it's not even like my
to
own.
each their own, man.
It's not even like my only form of like financial opportunity. Like I think like assets and like buildings, that's a huge thing. Like getting a house. I'd obviously like a couple rental properties.
Dude, I haven't even explained like one of the reasons why I'm okay with going to Omaha, Nebraska. So a lot of the tech companies are leaving California and they're moving to the Midwest, specifically Kansas City and Omaha. Google right now is building this massive, I'm assuming it's mainly for servers. But long story short, in the next few years, and they're building out, like 20 miles west of Omaha, they're building a shit ton of new like industrial zones. So my idea going there is I start buying property.
Right.
One of those benefits back from, a little bit ago when we were talking about benefits to the VA, I can use VA home loans. I don't need money to buy a house. All I have to do is live in it for 1 year.
Yeah.
So I can buy this house, live in it for a year. I can buy another house and just rent it out.
Yeah.
10, 15 years from now, whenever all these things are done, that average salary from not having tech companies to a bunch of engineers and cybersecurity dudes coming into a place like that is going to go up by a lot.
For sure.
And they're going to want nice places to live. They're going to want the nice neighborhoods. So I don't want to live in the suburbs of Omaha, but you got me fucked up if you think I'm not going to buy a house in the suburbs. Like those families are going to come in and they're going to need a place to live. I'm very willing to bet that I will make money off of that in 10 years.
Yeah.
I don't understand how I could not make money off of it.
I don't know, nuclear war.
That's a bit grim.
Of course. Of course. That's the only that's the only thing I could think of.
Yeah, just like wiping everything off the map.
I can't see it not being a good move. How about that?
Yeah. It's and I've talked to a lot of people about it. It's super basic. Like we're not even talking about numbers, just like fundamentally, like it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
I haven't dreamed, I never dreamed in my life that I'd be moving to Omaha, Nebraska.
Right.
But we were talking about opportunities, man. You got to take them when you get them. Maybe I won't, and I can leave. I don't have to stay there. But I feel like this opportunity that I was given, like I said earlier, I'd be a fucking idiot if I didn't take it. So,
dude, any opportunity that comes my way to move out of Illinois, I'm gonna take it,
dude,
for sure. I mean, obviously, like I have like another year, at least.
Yeah.
Lisa's still working in the city. Before I can like make the bookkeeping thing completely remote or just do my own thing with it, But man, dude, anything other than this state.
And it's like, it's the state. It's not specifically like Chicago and the suburbs.
Yeah, it's
not the Midwest. It's literally Illinois.
Yeah.
Like it's just.
There's a reason why so many people are leaving the state.
Along with many others.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, a lot of people like, you can make the same amount of money doing, for the most part, the same type of work in a place like Omaha, Nebraska, but your cost of living is absurdly lower.
Yeah.
And like you can live, like a lower middle class person here would be like middle class to upper middle class there in most cases.
Of course.
So like me, whenever I go to Omaha, if I get this job, I literally qualify instantly as like an upper middle class person based off the salary that I'd be making, which is unbelievable to me, dude. Like when I was in the Army, the highest money I made was $32,000 a year.
Can you imagine living in LA and having that salary be like...
You could not. If you paid for me to like stay in an apartment there, that is the only way I'd go near California. I would never, ever live in California. Ever.
Fuck that.
Maybe I shouldn't say that on this.
Why?
I apologize to viewers if you're a big California... I'll visit, but there ain't no way I'm going anywhere near that place.
Nah, I'm not.
Not
I mean,
a
I'll
shot.
visit it.
100%.
Yeah, it's nice.
Beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful.
I got family in Southern Cali too.
Yeah,
good time.
Wouldn't
but
live there.
No shot.
Absolutely
dude.
not.
No way.
No.
It's just opportunities are everything, man.
Yeah. To each their own too.
Absolutely.
Like Dylan took the opportunity to move to LA 5 or 6 years
and
ago.
He's been fucking doing great.
Yeah, and he loves it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, took the opportunity,
And that changed his life too.
It did, yeah. He actually moved into a new place recently too. Yeah. in Chinatown, so he's around all of his favorite restaurants, Chris said.
There you go.
Right?
It's the small things.
It is the small things. So we covered a lot today.
Yes, we did.
You got anything else you might want to tell the viewers? I'm thinking of wrapping it up.
Yeah. Just take them. Opportunities, that is. It's like, even if it sucks, if it makes you uncomfortable, life goes on. It'll only be weird until you're done, you know? You might suck at it. Who cares? Like, I just gave a whole spiel about I'm literally trying to sell candy to dudes from foreign countries tomorrow. I don't, like, trust me, I think that sounds like absurd, like incredibly stupid to me.
Yeah.
But I don't care. I get to meet people and I can seize some other shit potentially, you know, take them. Like, you don't have to do it forever. Just go for it.
Just
Fuck
little experiences here and there in life that call for you to come out of your shell. You got to just take
absolutely.
them, right? And if you don't like certain ones, then you know that you don't like certain ones,
You
right?
have to live, at some point in your life, you have to get outside your comfort zone.
Right.
Have to. Or you're just going to live in a bubble.
I think that's the only way you truly grow as a person, though.
Yeah, nothing will ever change if you don't.
Right.
So
yeah, hit up those opportunities, take them. If they come your way, you fucking head towards them full fucking speed. Don't be sitting in your house in the same hometown for the rest of your fucking life.
Amen.
The world's way too big and beautiful for you to just sit in one spot. That's my opinion.
Love it. Love it.
So if anybody else, I was going to say anybody else has anything to say, you can drop a comment maybe in the social media post. They can't like leave comments in Spotify and all that stuff. If you like the things we're talking about, give us a thumbs up. If you got something that you want us to talk about next time, just shoot me a DM or a comment. Appreciate everybody listening today, and we're peacing out over here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Peace.
Later.